Okay, that's up and going.
Jumping out the bandwidth, trap monsters. Notification came straight to my phone.
All right.
Y'all probably see the roof of my car because I'm driving.
Okay.
I'm in my market. So
So,
I'm gonna be answering, but
okay. So, all right. So today's topic, y'all. This is your guy King Dave from TrapMonster.com. And of course, we got the team here, man. We got Shooter, we got TB, the beat maker. Hey, I hacked that name. My bad, TB. TV Beats and Pharaoh, man. We all on the stream,
what
man. We on this podcast, man. And today we're gonna be talking about trapping out the bandwidth. You know what I'm saying? And how y'all feel about pirated software. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and get this conversation popping, man. It's gonna be lit. So make sure y'all subscribe, share the content, like the content, and let's go. So, Shooter, I know you got a mouth to say about some shit anyway, so go ahead.
welcome. I guess we're gonna start it off like this. How many of y'all out there making beats? Y'all bando kings. I ain't talking. I ain't talking. I ain't talking motherfucking. Excuse me. Sorry. I ain't talking about the bando out here in the streets. I'm talking about the bandwidth bando.
Me.
How many? How many out there? I mean, because I'm quite sure there's a very great number, an amount. I only ask this because you make a craft, right? You creating this shit, this music,
Yeah,
and you want to be
Yeah.
paid for it,
yeah.
but you create it on pirated stuff. You ain't paid for that piece. How do you
Yeah.
expect somebody to respect your craft and pay you for your services if all yours was downloaded with no purchase tag to it? I'm just saying, like that's really where we at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How many people have enough integrity? How many out there that got enough integrity to really be like, okay, demo purposes understood, trial purposes understood. Okay, but we about the part where you like the product, it ain't part of.
Right.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
And do you feel like it's accessible that you should be paid using somebody else's stuff that you ain't paid for? I mean, what's up with y'all out there now? How y'all feel about that out there now?
Mm.
You know, that start off with anyhow.
Right.
You know,
But see,
go.
Woof.
here's the thing too, though. Like, if you think about it, bro, a lot of producers they start off making beats. They don't know what kind of money to put into it, so they may even try, trapping out the bandwidth for it. You know what I'm saying? Me and TB was talking about that, and that was a good, valid point right there. TB we was
Yeah.
talking about earlier is that how producers sometimes they start off, they don't know for sure if this is something they really want to do, or you know what I'm saying, if it's something that they really gonna take off in or whatnot. So I mean, if the option is there to be able to get free software or a DAW you can start with, why not try that first before investing some serious money into it? So me personally, I think at some point every producer that starts off being a producer kind of may have pirated, or I'm not gonna speak too tough on it, but I'm just imagining a lot of people who I've known personally that start off, they start off with pirated software just to see if they was gonna even like it. You know what I'm saying? And then of course later on down the line they end up purchasing and buying things and whatnot. But just being a producer, just
No.
starting off, you know what I'm saying? You don't know for sure
Yeah.
if this is money you need to be putting towards this craft like this. You know what I'm saying? So I, in a sense, I can understand the pirate and software situation. Me personally, I like to see companies probably set a demo trial out there more. You know what I'm saying? I know when I started off, they had reasons adapt and things like that, like a trial version or a limited version of that software DAW for you to try it out. But like Logic don't have a demo version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
think I
also
think Pro Tools have back in the day they used to have like a demo version you could try for a couple of days before it expired or whatnot. But I don't know if all DAWs is like that. I know Machine ain't like that.
Nope.
right.
You see what
Nope,
I'm
nope,
saying?
they're not.
But Machine off top, you're gonna have to own one of their controllers to even have the software, and that controller could vary from $500 to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money to be putting towards something and not know for sure if that's something you really want to do. Quite yet, you just
But that's
trying
the levels
testing the
of.
waters.
But that's also depicts the levels of the levels that share this game or this field. If you're you scared in a beginner lane, to
True.
see if you like doing that.
Mm.
You'll see every sense,
Your signal
and I
breaking up.
nobody.
Yeah, your shooter, your signal breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, Farrell, was you about to say something about that?
You know, we can just go ahead and just make this whole thing about me. Might as well because
Nah, we ain't gonna do you like that, bro.
let
Nah.
me. Well, you can go ahead and just hurt my feelings now because I'm gonna tell
Oh
you right
man.
now. That's the reason why I'm doing what I've been doing. And here's how I feel about the whole situation. And I'm gonna just speak on my people being the younger generation of producers that majority of the time are doing stuff off pirated software. Producing is a commitment. Okay, it's a commitment. It is a commitment to something that you are that you are really living.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come out and say it right now. When I first started, I used pirated software. The FL I'm using now is pirated from my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't afraid to admit like I use it. And I feel like the way the production softwares are,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's safety nets in place for pirating. Because I'll be honest with you, people like FL, people like Ableton,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you they know people are pirating this stuff, and
Right.
they know and they realize that.
Mm-hmm.
So they put safety nets in place. Like I haven't updated my FL. I work off FL 12.3,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they're on like 12.5 right now. But I can't upgrade until I have the actual registration key and the purchase key.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't. I only have a downloaded copy of it. I don't have a physical copy,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't upload it. So I think, in my opinion, DAWs have uh, safety nets
Mm-hmm.
in place to make sure that they don't lose that kind of money.
Right.
FL knows that their stuff's getting pirated. This is nothing new.
Mm.
Every teenager you know in the world uses FL, just
I mean,
about. I
back
know,
way
like,
back when it was Fruity Loops.
right.
Fruity Loop.
You
Yeah.
That's
feel
the
me?
first one.
Yeah, like they know that their stuff is getting pirated. It's there's not a big secret.
Mm-hmm.
They just I think now they put safety nets in place to the point of where they don't lose that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I saying it's right? Of course not. But when you want to try something, I get why you would go to those extremes. A lot of the packs that I use that are free packs and that are done. But I'm not gonna lie, I've got a few packs in my inventory that are pirated. But
Pyro's a pyro.
man,
Pharaoh's a
You
pirate.
straight pyro, ain't
I
you?
knew this ripper was
Oh,
about to
Better
make a
say your
pyro.
name
whole
to
rip a
pyro.
hole in me. Shoot it! I'm just waiting on
Pyro
y'all just to
bandit.
start this whole
Trapping
thing
out the
off. Cause
bandwidth with it.
man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's something serious. But and I get it. I get why people do it though.
Yeah.
You have to understand this profession that we choosing is very expensive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't care what we talk about. We can talk about this all day. Being a music producer is expensive when you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even in my case, yeah, I have to have a laptop, but I have to have a laptop that's compatible with FL. I can't get a
Mm-hmm.
Chromebook. I can't get like a $200 Chromebook that's gonna be like, oh yeah, then I'm gonna be a producer. No,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get a certain computer that's gotta make sure that can hold it. Then I also gotta scour the internet to go find sample packs and things that I want, which also will cost.
Trapping out the bandwidth. Yeah.
But
Hey,
I get it. To be honest with you, producers my age, majority of producers my age, and I say majority because there's a few people out there that really be doing it legally.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, a lot of people they do that. Serum. I got Silent One on my stuff. I don't use Serum at all, but I got it because my
Mm.
boy pirated it. He was like, "Here, take it." All right, bet. But you never know when you're gonna need it.
oh
Am
wait.
I saying? Am I saying it's right? Absolutely not. But when you think about all the people who pirate things,
Mm-hmm.
and at least in this situation, we think about the things that are being pirated, you slowly start to step back and be like, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know,
Yeah, but
I agree. I
but
agree.
hold
Is
on,
it
hold on,
right?
hold on. Here's
No.
another thing though. So it's the equivalence though, bro, of an artist stealing your beats. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like uh, it's weird because if a
Yeah.
producer's taken from the developers of the software, and then the artists come around and take your beats that you've made off of the pirated software, how can you be mad at the artist for taking your beats when you've been taking software from the
Point.
developers? You see what I'm saying?
Point.
Ain't
Point.
no
Yeah.
point.
Point. Okay. Now counterpoint.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I like this.
Counterpoint.
I like to hear his perspective on this
I'm ready.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's not right for us to take away things from their situation.
because they gotta feed their
But
family too, just like you gotta feed yours.
Yeah.
exactly.
Feed your family.
But then hold on. Let's
But
go a little deeper. Then what about the consumer? So okay, so once the artist makes this fire ass song, my bad for the profanity, but they make this hit song and then they turn around and release it, and then the audience turn around and steal their music off whatever domain or whatever, you know.
again, valid point.
So it's theft
Counterpoint.
all the way around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like the
It's
consumer wants to
but
hear the
it's
free music too. So
but it's but it's one of those things where it's like FL will eat regardless.
mm-hmm.
Reason being is FL is hooked up to so many people. FL gets paid every time Pioneer makes money. I think FL is hooked up to Pioneer. I have to look deeper into that, but I'm assuming I know that they're hooked up to somebody
Yo.
different, and they make money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Pioneer will eat regardless. Or FL will eat regardless. If FL was really burning, FL wouldn't be FL no more. That's facts.
True. I
That's
believe
facts.
I
that's
truly
true.
believe if it wasn't pirating, I do believe in it. But here's another good perspective. I was just about to speak on this. So if FL is popular the way it is it due to it being pirated the way it's been pirated?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
So
Easy.
in a way,
Easy.
I understand what you're saying in that aspect because then see there is some
Because it's
software
free.
developers. Some people wouldn't know about that software if it wasn't being pirated. So in a way, it's kind of like advertising too,
Right. And because
in a
think of it
messed
this
up
way.
way. Yeah.
Think of it this way. When was the last time anybody ever said, "Oh yeah, I pirated Logic Pro"?
Right. Right.
You're not pirating Logic Pro because Logic Pro makes sure there's no way you can pirate Logic Pro. And if there is a way to do it, you gotta really, really look hard. It's gotta take time. You're not pirating Nexus. FL knows it's getting pirated. They know they're getting robbed. They know
Okay,
they're
kid.
getting robbed. But
I'm looking at your facial expressions, bro.
no, but it's on some real stuff. They know they're getting pirated.
Yeah.
This isn't a new development.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It's because and they saw it as and FL saw it as a business move.
Damn, my phone got 3%.
Pirate my things. But and that's free publicity. Because
Mhm.
like I said, ask any producer under the age of 25 and ask them what they use.
Right.
If you ask 100 producers around my age what DAW they use, they'll either say you'll have like maybe 12 of them say Ableton and the rest say FL of some sort. That's facts. Straight facts.
Bro, you keep saying this my age stuff like
Because
everybody old. Ain't nobody mad.
no. I don't mean to bring y'all. What I'm saying is,
I'm just picking. I'm just talking trash, bro. I'm just picking, man. Just being
I
petty,
feel you,
man.
but I don't want you to feel like that. I'm just trying to just say that y'all old or whatever. I'm saying it's like when you bump down and you think about the newer generation of producers that are coming out. I was blessed enough to meet a few of them the other day, last night when I went to this party.
Mm-hmm.
I just spoke with them and I was just asking simple questions. And they were seriously sitting there just telling me, oh, I've been producing for this long, and I started learning how to make it on YouTube because this person showed me this, and then bang, 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 bang.
Mm-hmm.
Again, FL is one of the easiest softwares to learn because you can find just about anything on it. Why? Because I can guarantee you half the time those
Mm-hmm.
people pirated FL. FL knows it's getting pirated, and they embrace it.
But at the same time, I
So
mean, I don't know if they really embracing it because they losing money too, though. They
The
losing
money.
I
hella
don't think
money.
FL is losing money because let's
Oh
be
yeah, they
honest. If
losing
FL
money.
was losing money, it is not hard to figure out how to be like, hey yo, I'm gonna shut this down.
I mean, because you can. The thing is, every software has a back operating system behind the view of it. Meaning, if you got any type of internet connection, they cloud your shit and can zap you from anywhere. Trust me, we know
Exactly.
firsthand.
That's where they headed to.
Exactly.
Actually, they are definitely headed that way. I mean,
So,
But
definitely
so
me dealing with a
FL
lot of
that,
software
FL
companies. I
FL
notice off top that they do that where they actually it's got some kind of an online service now. Like I actually have a company I'm working with now that you can't even work that software now unless you're around internet.
but again, what I'm saying is FL knows that. They
right.
know what's going on. This is not a new development. You can go to the CEO of FL Studio right now and they will tell you, yeah, we know. It's not a secret. FL is one of the most piratable things on the internet. It does not take much.
So
It takes all of 2 seconds
let
to
me.
pirate FL.
But is that if okay? The thing is, knowingly accepting it and just saying, "Damn, what can we do about it?" It's two different things. So therefore, it's still an infringement
But
on
why?
somebody's tap.
But shooter, again,
Because the creation
but
of FL became it started out as somebody's intellectual property.
Right,
Period.
right.
The
correct.
idea is intellectual property. So what I'm saying is like it's more so. I guess not. I guess what I'm saying is if we look at it and make excuses behind it, then it's going to be a roundabout situation. So the dressman of trapping out the bandwidth is this: profiting off of the shit that you done bando. That's the catch. Period. Now you got guys that done went and stole the whole ATM from the U.S. government, and they selling it. That's just a figure of speech. I don't know that. That's a disclaimer. Trap monsters ain't involved in none of that,
Right,
y'all.
right.
Okay, but my point is that's the equivalent when we say trapping out the bandwidth. That's like somebody going to Native Instruments, finding a cracked version or
Of a
a,
drum
a
kit or
booted
something.
version
Yeah.
or something like that, getting it, putting it out there on social media secretively to people that they feel they can reach out to and talk that bull crap to. Hey, I got such and such for the low. But the thing about it
Ooh.
is, that's the trapping out the bandwidth conversation. Not,
Mm-hmm.
not,
But again, you
and I'm
guys
not.
are speaking
Hold
of it.
on, girl. Hold on. And I'm not condoning that. What I am saying is like, I get what you're saying, bro. I wholeheartedly, I get what you're saying. Like, without the Poppers, Fruity Loops or FL wouldn't be what it is. It would be non-exist. It would be it would be a group of people that may have stumbled across it without the notoriety. The
Exactly.
piracy of FL Studio has been big because the famous people it's attached to.
Mm.
That's the growth of the piracy of the FL
Oh yeah.
Studio.
But I think,
However, trapping out the bandwidth.
but
Go ahead.
I don't think FL is losing money. Here's why. Go on YouTube right now and type in FL tutorial.
A
I'll
slew of them
bet
gonna
you
come up.
any money, I'll bet you any money in the world, and to say you will find a whole section of YouTube devoted to FL Studio. FL knows where to get their money. I can almost guarantee you, people like BusyWorks, people like uh what
Ad
like
McCree,
FL,
Ad McCree,
right?
Mr.
FL has its
Different.
own FL has its own YouTube channel. You, they're making their money somehow.
Mm.
You cannot sit here and tell me FL has
All
been
right,
running.
you that's hands down, bro. I agree with you completely. But that wasn't we're not debating about FL, bro. We talking about trapping out the
The
bandwidth.
bandwidth.
Endo getting that bag off selling somebody's stolen belongings.
And that
Yeah,
could entail
so.
that could be also making beats. 'Cause, I mean, you think about it, if you're making beats off of Bando
Yeah,
software, I mean, you're still making
but
money off
see,
of
but then
Cause
something
hey,
pirate.
let me
that's
cut in
that's
for a minute, Faye. You know, my thing is on it. We all done the power. And when I first started making beats, I done it. But when I started knowing this, what I do, okay, look at what I do. Okay, take a man that's got, he done spent $2,000 or $3,000 in his studio, and I'm gonna go out and pirate a $40 drum kit. That makes no
Mm,
sense to me.
true.
That's what I'm talking about, the
Yeah.
pirating part.
Mm,
Because you got to think, Pharaoh. One if you had a drum kit you're about to release, and one week you sell 100, the next week you notice you're not selling no more, and you see 500 of your drum kits online, and you know you only sold 100. So how would you feel?
mm,
Are you losing money or still making money?
right.
I understand.
True. But here's another
It,
thing,
it ain't,
right?
we all been that way.
Yeah.
It just come a time when if you take something serious, if you spend a lot of money to make music, you should be able to want to get the right. You should be able to afford the software.
Mm,
true.
That's just my point of view.
mm-hmm.
And I understand.
I understand that too.
I don't want to sound hypocritical at all about none of this conversation. The point that I'm making is like I didn't get that luxury to start off on computers and stuff. I was into hardware. Like I had to get
Yeah,
forced.
most of us was. Yeah.
Right,
Mm,
I had to get forced to convert over to be software production and software engineering. I was always
Yeah.
into the hardware stuff. I started
Yeah.
creating off of RMX1 made by Yamaha. Then I upgraded and got a Yamaha SR, S8, SR8. You know what I'm trying to say, and so forth. Then I got to messing around with that, tinkering around with keys. So I never really got to get into this piracy boom of understanding that and how all this got. So for me, my conversation about it is a bit different than the most an average person
mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
either producing or creating beats. For me, it's going to be like, damn, you stole other people's stuff. Because when I started making beats, I was making them physically. I wasn't clicking no mouse control. I had to sit my black butt down and learn how to understand. Why does this sound crazy? Why does this sound fluid? Well, why? It's because now you need to understand theory. So I had to learn the actual grassroots of production. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have an MPC neither.
Mm-hmm.
Because for real, MPC was a form of piracy if you want to get technical. Because you're taking samples and chopping somebody's shit or stuff and making loop out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It can get real deep into the conversation about piracy, but the point is the bandwidth. We're not talking about more so, and it's not a point of saying, oh, I condone this being stolen. It's a point of, okay, some people, like Pharaoh was saying, strategically put something out there to garner that attention. Okay, well, we can't get them to pay the $199 or the $99, so we'll put a version out there that they'll take, which will have bugs in it, of course, and then eventually you're gonna need the update and
Yeah.
somewhere around it. They're making money strategically, so I agree with Pharaoh. However, it's the bandwidth portion of buying. Let's say somebody actually bought. Let's use Nexus. Ain't nobody in this world got no pirated version of Nexus 2. Nobody. Can't happen for Mac.
Well, for Mac, yeah,
Period.
I know definitely not for Mac. It ain't
For
happening.
Mac.
You know why? Because Nexus got on their stuff. With Windows, it's a difference because Windows operating system and then the backdrops of it are completely structured different. You can't protect and lock it like you coded. Those softwares was created in Apple type software. or Mac or
Mm-hmm.
software. Therefore, when you operate it on a Windows system, you have to have open back loops to run it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's how it's able to be pirated, right there. With Mac, it's different. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have certain people that had certain codes, that they had certain glitches and found certain loopholes. And these people, it's people that's so well trained to go in there, and it's a simple text. You take out a couple words, change the subtext to it. Now it's able to be used multiple times without having no authorization codes to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the problem becomes about on the bandwidth situation. Like, there's nothing cool about bandwidth. At the same time, it is something cool about to the bandwidth to a degree, because you got people that got a software that does similar things, maybe something different, and they asking outrageous prices for it. I want
Mm-hmm.
$500 for this, but yet that stuff ain't really up for the $500.
Right.
But you want to try it out, but
Right.
you want $500 for it. So those people need smacked in the mouth, because you didn't take you that much time to go steal sounds, which most of them do. Steal sounds, use sounds taken out, whether most of these sounds are coming from some type of workstation or synthesizer,
Yeah.
and they're being reprocessed.
Mm-hmm.
Flat out, point blank, period. They didn't pay Yamaha or Roland or Alesis or whoever for them sounds. They used it, created a plug-in, and sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you asking me for $500 for it, but yeah, you didn't go get no permission to use that. There's a lot of people that got lawsuits on them right now out their VSTs because they don't use somebody else's sound and they get no permission to use it.
Mm.
You can put all the reverb and chorus and delay effects in the world on it, Nexus, that you want to, and you still have that situation. So the
Yeah.
point, the point factors in the meat of the conversation is pirating, band, bandwidth selling. Okay, now you got this, you're gonna sell it, you bought this. What if you did buy it? What if you did say, you know what, you felt bad for somebody, you looked out for them. Here, bro, I'm gonna help you out because you didn't have $199 to buy this plug-in. I'm gonna I'm gonna share my license with you. That shit happens. It does. And some
Mm-hmm.
people really have peer, peer, peer intentions to do so. But then it's the person you done helped out and said, well, here, Johnny. And Johnny then gave it to Tom Tom. Tom Tom then gave it to Cletus. Cletus then gave it to Ashley. Ashley gave it to Sarah. And then, oh, well, shit, well, here you go. Then somebody said, well, hell, it's a trending effect. I'll sell it for $5 for those that don't know about this or they don't
Mm-hmm.
know these people. And then that's how that band will start.
Yeah.
So the moral question is,
Cause
the question is,
it's just like
how right is it
it's just
before
like
it's
the
wrong?
stuff that we see on IG. I mean, you see, I literally see a
Yeah.
couple cats on my IG page. I'm going through and I see I
Woo.
have such and such by Studio Links or Bitworks for sale for 10, 15 bucks. And this may be a VST.
King.
I just probably just did a review on this. Literally, bro. I've literally seen where I
Yeah.
did a review on something and then within that same day or the next day, somebody's out here on IG selling it for 10, 15 bucks. And I'm like, what the heck, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, this dude just, I mean, this company just released this product. I'm doing a review on it. And then there's somebody on the other end bleeding them, just letting them bleed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, that's cold blooded right there. You know what I'm saying? But people are literally, man, I'm seeing $500 software, $200 software being sold for next to nothing, $20, $30, just for a follow on Instagram or whatever, or just selling it for just like I said for the low. But here's another story, man. Probably about like earlier in the year, it was a guy, man, on YouTube that was literally getting subs by just exchange. He was exchanging subs for software. So what he would say is, let me know what software you want. Just sub my channel. I'm gonna email it out to you, either Windows or Mac. And this dude, I literally watched his channel for a month straight. From a month straight, I just came across it and I seen it for a month straight. Just kept just watching. You know, but the thing is that he would literally, man, do this every day, day in, day out, just emailing people stuff, and they would just sub him, and he'll be doing videos saying, "Hey, I'm almost reaching my goal to 500 subs. If y'all can get me up to 1,000, just shoot me your email. I'm gonna send y'all all out this atmosphere too, or whatever." Do you know about time YouTube? Because YouTube shut him down. I guess he got enough complaints or whatever. YouTube shut him down and banned him or whatnot. But do you know about time? Within a month's time, man, this dude had close to 3,000 subscribes.
Man,
3,000,
That's
close to
crazy.
almost 4,000 subscribes off of just getting
That's crazy.
subs. I'm telling you, man, he was so bold. He had a progress bar on the side of his window of his video that showed where he's accomplishing his goals of subs, and he made it all the way up to 3,000. It had a little progress bar, went all the way up to 3,000. So it's just like, man, that's crazy, man, right there. That people are literally doing this and to other people's dreams and companies. You know what I'm saying? And where
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, they trying to feed their family and build this company and things. And then you got people like that that's going and just basically just taking their product and just and giving it away. You know what I'm saying? For subs. And this is software, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, I wonder, and I was so intrigued because I'm like, I wonder how long this channel gonna stay up like this. I'm just sitting here watching, right? You know what I'm saying? But it got to the point, man, where dude got like 3,000 something subscribes off of just giving away software, man, just giving it away. And he was putting it on YouTube with he had his face on there and everything. I mean, he was bold with it, man. He had his face and everything, like it was
Yep,
serious.
yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you, Steve.
Oh, I had to make sure y'all can hear me. I'm
What's up, man?
Man, this thing like a chicken wing.
So what's your perspective on this, Steve? I mean, Skinny. Down.
As far as what?
The bandos.
Pirating,
Yeah.
pirating hot plugins. Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When I first jumped into the game, I first jumped into the music or whatever. Um, I had the little pirated plugin. Like everybody had the little Wave 7 pack going
Yep.
around, and you get all the waves. I was like, oh, my homeboy,
The
like, he put me
Mercury
on it.
bundle.
You know what I'm saying? I had all the waves. I jumped in the game. That's how I jumped in the game. That's what made me, you know what I'm
Dang.
saying, learn more about what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, as I, learn more about all of this stuff and the technology and how it works, you know what I'm saying? It's something that you gotta appreciate, and it's something that I value now. It's like
Right.
I understand the value of it now because
Right.
the company is making a product that a tool that I'm using to create something. And it's like it's unfair to the company that I'm using this tool that they created
Mm-hmm.
for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying? Like I understand everybody you know what you gotta do what you gotta do. But
Yeah.
I say if you're using crack plugins, I say, man, you need to start converting over to getting to pay for them, man, because it I don't know, it's like when I feel like I done paid for something, I value it a whole lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It will work.
Here,
it's
here's another perspective on this though. With the companies now these days, like you have Waves. I know you mentioned Waves, but now Waves has a thing now, and you can kind of like you can use it on payments, right? You know, you can use it for I guess
Yeah.
you could pay it by the month or whatever to use it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these
nah
software
they
developers have actually dropped their prices down on the software, or they have payment plans and stuff like that. I see Studio Links have payment plans now for their VSTs to make it
Yeah.
affordable to
You
keep
yeah
get
the
because
pirating down a little bit.
because
You
they
know what I'm
trying to
saying?
keep people from stealing it because it's like I mean you know whenever you make something it's hard to like put a value on it and say, oh, I want to sell this for this. But it's like
Slate, yep,
I
Slate
feel
have
like
payment.
all the stuff. I feel like all the stuff that's out. I
Hmm.
feel like it's pretty fair price, you
Yeah,
know, to the point where it is affordable. Like some of the stuff is like, yeah, you may have to save up one or two checks to get it, but it's like it makes it
it's
that
worth it.
much more
but
worth it to to, to once you get it because you really gonna want to work with that. I
hmm
know when I had the waves, when I had all them plugins, I had a million plugins and I didn't know how to do shit with them.
mm, hmm
You know what I'm saying?
hmm
It was like so. It's like so what? I got 300 plugins, but I didn't know how to manipulate those tools in
hmm
order to use them properly. So it's like
right,
it really didn't do me no good. And a lot of people that got the free plugins, it really don't do them no good. Like the true professionals,
hmm
they pay for the plugins that they want to need because they know for a fact that you're not gonna need 300 plugins. I mean, as far as I'm mixing, I mean, you're gonna have like maybe one or two EQs that you go to, one or two compressors.
Right. You
Like
ain't gonna use all
you got
that stuff.
to go to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't like you don't have to have a whole library of like different plugins. Like that doesn't make you a good engineer or a good producer by having all the plugins. It's just like you pick what you like and then you master those. So it's like it's no different from a DAW or any kind of software that you're using. It's just it's like the way that waves work. I like waves, like Slate. Like I thought about getting into the Slate digital stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like it, it, it's it's cool software. It's very intuitive, but it's like, do I want to take a 1 month break to so I can get the learning curve of that, so I can get my mixes sounding like how I got
Mm-hmm.
them sounding now? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't really got the time to take a break, but it's like the Slate stuff does interest me though. Like it's good stuff. I mean, it's the analog modeling. If you want your stuff to sound like classic records, I
Mm-hmm.
mean that's the way you want to go. If you just want a good mix in the box, yeah, you got waves all day. Fab filter,
Yeah.
like I like Fab filter and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
like what else I use? Antares. I use
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much waves, Antares,
But
and
the end of the day is like
Fab
really
filters,
everybody can't use. You
isotope.
ain't gonna be able to use all that stuff though at any given
No,
point
Yeah,
in
it's
time on
yeah, oh
any
yeah,
project.
because yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But
because yeah, because every
fucking
time
retarded, man.
I'm not using all those plugins on every song that I
right.
mix. I mean, it's like it's you know what to grab for what it's like it's different seasonings. So you
Mm-hmm.
like you know what you working with. Like as long as you know the tools that you have, you know what you got. So it's
Right.
like when you hear, you know what I'm saying. So it's like that's why you don't need a million plugins per se.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? But it's just like I said, man. It's 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 hell. I can just imagine how software developers are when it comes to a good product that is in high demand. People really like. You know what I'm saying? And how they'll go out their way to steal it or buy it and then turn around and sell it. You know what I'm saying and stuff like that. So it's just like, man, I feel sorry for a lot of software developers out here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like for us producers too, though, because we get robbed for our beats,
Yeah,
either from the industry or from an
right.
artist. We get robbed
Right.
from our beats in
It's an
certain
eye for an
situations.
eye.
You see what I'm saying?
It's an
So
eye for an eye approach with
Yeah.
you know what I'm
for
But
saying?
real.
But
we
like
ain't put
just
nothing
like my
for
guy
software
in the chat said, he
developers.
said, man, grown ass
It's
men
like
need to pay for their
we
software, and it's
yeah,
true.
we both
You know what I'm
we
it's
both
saying?
losing.
it's true.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? It
I,
is what it
I feel
is,
like
man.
the point, like if like when you got some that'll sit there and try to justify why they they use a plug-in or VST whatever to justify it based on their means or their financial point. But even if you gave it that much thought or consideration, you done sold once you sold 2 3 beats, you done made that money to pay some people for their plug-in.
Yeah,
True,
yeah,
true.
No excuse.
true.
So if you use that as an excuse, well, I didn't have the money. The key word is I didn't have the money. Didn't. That's a past tense. I don't have the money because if you say you don't after you done sold umpteen beats or multiples of a beat, you still look. Then it's a difference. So it's the perspective on how the excuse is used for as a plug-in. If King could tell you, I said, bro, I don't need Nexus. I want Nexus.
Right.
And mind you, I said, okay, everybody using this Nexus shit anyway, so everybody pretty much having similar sounds, all this bright ass sound, bright old sounds,
Yeah,
and
I
so
read on.
forth. I got it. I got it to have it in an arsenal. Say somebody sent me a cookup or they sent me a collab and they actually sent me the session data or so forth. Then I got those instruments to go in there. I might need to change something or recreate something. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody might have used this type of plug-in. So, like, I utilize plugins like that. I got a whole trunk load of plugins. Are they my go-tos? No. If I want to create a sound, am I going to use something different? Because each instrument or plugin has a different characteristics. No matter if they analog and trying to replicate an SSL board or whatever. You see what I'm saying? or no, a 76, whatever. The point
Mm-hmm.
is, it's like the point. The point is like it's like okay, cool. I got this. Yeah, I got it. I pay for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I pay for it.
And, and, and let and let something go wrong with it, I'm calling them and let them know, hey, y'all need to fix this. And I'm talk mad stuff to them.
how many people? If you look online, you see these guys crying and complaining. Well, oh, well, this won't do this or this can't do that. And the first thing them people come and ask you, well, what's your email so we can check it up? And then these goofies got the nerve to get an attitude about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't be mad at that company because you done told on your shows and stuff and got caught telling on yourself accidentally because you didn't understand stuff like that. You wouldn't go
Mm-hmm.
through those types of problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm by far not perfect. I won't sit there and say, but I've never intentionally just said, okay, let's band on somebody's shit. Let's band with somebody's belongings. Not me. I'm not that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, I ain't never been a part of that, man. But I know, like as a producer,
And
it's just, I ain't gonna say it's something you got to get used to, but it's just something, it just comes with the
It
territory,
comes with the
man. You'll be
territory. But
Territory, yeah.
but like I said too, though, it in a way, in a small sense, it is another form of advertising too for software, because we all know that FL wouldn't be as big as it is if it wasn't for people stealing their
getting that
software.
free demo.
Yeah, or
right,
just getting the whole outright thing, just bootlegging it. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be half as big out here. But you got to think about it. How many producers have been successful off of pirated software, and probably still using the pirated software, and ain't thought about actually on the true copy.
right. I mean, it
Right.
goes.
That's some messed up stuff right there. You know what
That's
I'm
what's
saying?
messed up. Yeah.
That you successful now, and you still rocking with pirated stuff, and you still trying to find crack, whatever. You made a couple thousand or a couple bands off your beats. But you still looking for crack versions, the updated versions of this software. Why don't you just go ahead and cash out and quit being cheap all your life? At what point do you start feeling like you need to invest in your craft and just pay for what you want? Because I know me off top, I went to Guitar Center and cashed out straight then and there for my machine studio, my keyboard, and the software simultaneously at the
Me
same
too.
damn time. Right
One
along
day.
with the
Me too,
stand
bro.
and everything on thing else. I cashed out right then and there with no problem.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I
Me
understand
too.
everybody ain't got it like that, but damn, when you making a little money or you make that first little something, go ahead and invest in yourself.
Invest.
It just makes you feel good to know that you actually investing into yourself. And as a music producer, you got to understand that you have to invest into your craft. Your craft will not pay you anything if you ain't investing into it, and that got to be with time, money, and product and external gear, whatever it is, as well, to be able to create your sound and your style. But if you're not putting no money towards your craft, then I mean, how successful you gonna be? I mean,
I mean,
the
that's how you.
universe,
That's
the
pretty much how
universe
you
bless
look
those
at it.
people. You know what I'm saying? If you out here, if you're a producer out here that's got crack software and you making all kind of money, and you wonder why artists out here ain't paying for your beats and they stealing your beats, that's just the universe right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the universe. You know what I'm saying? They try to get you together real quick, show you that hey, you can't be going around doing people wrong and not expect wrong to come back to you. Or a major label come and do you in on the contract on the placement and take your credits and this is that. You know what I'm saying? You get played in the contract some kind of way because you out here doing people wrong, man. Universe do something to people, man. They sit them down in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So sorry to get too spiritual on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
Ain't
it,
wrong with that.
but it is what it is. I'm just speaking facts from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But
It's I kind of just been kind of listening to it, but I guess I get I get I get where both y'all coming from and both sides of the argument. But it is what it is because it's hard to really want to do something with no money.
yeah, I
It
understand
is,
that
and
too.
then that it is producing producers enjoy what they do. I don't think it's hard to just not say you don't enjoy what you do. Really with anything. So I mean, with the culture being it is now, it's hard. It's hard to not be like, yo, let's just do it. You know, I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying, you know. So that's just how I feel like it. You know, that's just kind of me.
Hey, I've been checking out the cast, man. Shout out to the
So,
people in the stream, man, and in the chat, man. Thanks for definitely commenting, man, and you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. Share the content, man. You know what I'm saying? Post it on y'all social media. Share it. Get the buzz out there. Let them know that what we talking about on y'all social media, man. Shout out to the people in the chat and who's watching this stream tonight. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? But for those who probably just not joining the chat, man, we talking about pirated software, you know what I'm saying? And are you a producer to trap out the bandwidth? Do you feel like you trapping out the bandwidth is good for you right now financially? Or have you trapped out the bandwidth but then turn around and end up buying and supporting the companies that you may have pirated software from and things like that? So I like to hear you guys' stories too in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We are looking at the chat
Yeah.
and paying attention to the chat and things like that. So you guys can definitely comment in on the chat and let us know how y'all feel about today's topic. And are you a producer who's still currently using pirated software, or are you a person who's interested in making beats, but just you know what I'm saying, kind of looking at the pirating situation, or just are you a person who started off making beats, purchasing the software and things you needed just to see where it would go. You know what I'm saying? So I like to hear you guys' perspective as well in the chat, because we definitely pay attention in the chat as well, just to let y'all guys know, guys and girls know. So, um, but yeah, man. So I don't know, TB, what was you about to say, bro?
Man, I just the pirate has been around a long time. It's gonna continue to, but
Yeah,
I'm just a firm believer, man. It's just you got to once you invest, man, you just got to work hard because as far as the trap monster team, we're in a position where we're trying to make things happen. I just would
yeah,
hate for us to put our hard work in this, and all of a sudden our stuff just it's just being pirated and so on, and we just looking like, man, ain't nothing we could do about it. You know, I just like whatever I do in life, I'm gonna pay my way,
yeah,
and I'm gonna work hard at it.
yeah. As a man, you know what I'm
'Cause,
saying? Like, you
yeah, because
know,
if you get some, so when you get something for free, you don't appreciate it.
yeah, yeah.
But if you work at it, you appreciate it. You're gonna want to keep it. You're gonna work hard and harder.
But that's a good perspective though, TB. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a difference between pirated software producers and those who actually invest into their craft. Because the ones who actually invest in their craft have something to lose because they already have invested into it.
Yeah,
When you don't have nothing to lose, you ain't invest no money into it. You know what I'm saying? This
and you
is
don't
that.
get.
You ain't got nothing to lose. You're not hungry enough. You too relaxed. You ain't gonna strive to be the best producer you can be, or to inquire the kind of money and the exposure you need in this production. You know what I'm saying? When you're not really
Yeah,
investing too much in anything into that craft. So yeah, I think the mental part of this journey as a producer is that you definitely have to put some money and time into this craft, because that right there develops that hunger and that passion to want to become something. It makes you, it puts you in a place and space where it's do or die. You know what I'm saying? Is because you put money behind it. You may have kids and responsibilities that you could have did something else with that money. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it makes you think a little different about how to go out here and get this money, how to make this $2,000, $3,000 investment in software and hardware make sense where you can be able to see that money back.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? It definitely changes that perspective and that mindset, you know what I'm saying, how people approach this music journey and being able to be successful.
because just like you said before, King, just like with the studio, it's 4 months ago. I went about the whole
Yeah.
native setup, the machine, the jam,
Yeah, I remember you
and the
hit me
key
up on
controller.
IG. Yeah.
That was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Now 4 months later, look what position I'm in now.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
The hard work pay off,
You see what I'm saying?
and honesty,
Yeah.
it doesn't pay. It's paying off.
Yeah.
What is it?
What'd you say, Skinny?
Can't hear.
All right, that's a bet.
Yeah, so, you know, man, Pharaoh, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, so
No,
I mean, it's
I
just
mean,
go ahead.
like I said, I just feel like it's kind of hard to. It's one of those things that's really hard to kind of argue because like there's
I'm
downsides and then there's upsides to
you're
it.
right, you're right, and I don't want to push off like like bashing a person who is utilizing the pirated software right now because we all understand that people starting off they financially may not have it like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Due to financial restraints and things and whatever. And but at some point, when do you start investing into you? Is what
When you
is
get in that position
when
to
you get into
invest.
exactly. I mean, even if it's 50 $60, what at what point are you investing into your craft? Because you have to pay something into it in order to get anything out of it, and that's
And
with time and also with the finances as well. Because even after you make the beat, you still have to promote it. You got to pay for a website to host it on. It's all this extra things that you still going to have to do. But if you're not accustomed to paying for anything and you expect everything to be free, then how you expect anything to come to you? If
to
everything
you.
got to be free, everything's free. That's just like a artist coming to your studio and they come in, hey man, why don't you do some charity work, man? We've all been there too. You know what I'm saying? Well, can I get this beat for non charity or whatever, um, and just look out for me or whatever. I'll give you your credit or this and that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but it's again, like I said, is I feel like there's so many upsides to it. Not disagreeing with what you're saying, and
right,
that's not it. It's just
right,
like you said earlier, FL is making a crazy ton of money
yeah.
from the things that they're doing. I mean, like I said, you can't sit here and tell me FL does not know they're getting pirated. There's no way. Wow, shout out to Busy Works Beats, man. My man was one of the first few people that I ever found out, man. Shouts out to him.
Straight up,
He
straight
just
up.
commented on there. But you know, and Busy Works, maybe you can answer this question. Uh do you think FL and this is for anybody in the chat or just anyone in general, do you guys think FL is getting paid every time that they're mentioned on YouTube? Because that's a big company, yo. Like
You
straight
know
up.
that, yeah,
Well,
but
let's answer Busy Work Beats question. What's the first thing they should buy? Me personally, my perspective is shout out to Busy Works, man, for subscribing, man. Appreciate you, bro. Um, let's answer that question though, because that's a really, really good question. In my perspective of this, for for a producer that's just starting off, I would probably try the YouTube first. I would look around at different content and see what DAW is going to best first suit me and my production of what I'm trying to do. And I also, when I'm looking at these YouTube videos, I'm looking at workflow. I'm looking to see if the workflow is something that I can identify myself with when it comes to DAW and starting off with this music journey. Because every DAW, right, isn't the best DAW for you a lot of times. You got to kind of do your due diligence and look and see what is the best out here that you can see so far. You know what I'm saying? And for a new person, like I said, whatever DAW, I did a tutorial about that. Like, what is the best DAW? And my perspective was really that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying that like you have to do your due diligence on it to see if that's the best DAW for you before you even purchase it, right? You always got to check and do the research on it to see how people reacting to it. Is it something people are having a good time working with? Is it user friendly? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? And then also according right along with that, with the type of computer are you using? You know what I'm saying? Are you on a Mac? Or are you on a Windows? Or are you using Linux? And things like that. And what software is going to cater towards that specific platform. So yeah, I mean, just
Again,
definitely just starting off with that. I don't think there's a perfect DAW because they all do their different things, but they all do similar things as well. So as a person who's just
yeah.
starting off, you have to figure out what's in your budget and what's going to be able to work for you. If it's not in your budget, fine, okay. You might need to save your tokens, or if it's Pro Tools
yeah,
or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Save your tokens. or get the LE version. A lot of these softwares have a LE version of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like FL Studio, they have maybe 3 or 4 different versions of it, like a producer and a studio.
Cubase,
You know what I'm saying? And things like that.
Ace.
So
Yeah.
I'm not too savvy with all the different platforms of DAWs and what they have to offer, but I do know there is a few out here that have multiple different versions for different price points. So just trying to
Yeah.
figure out what's
Yeah,
going to be good for
Pro
your.
Tools got Pro Tools first. It'll
It's going
get
to
you
give you
the
Pro Tools
game.
LE, then they got Pro Tools HD and things like that. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So there's different versions
Yeah,
of these DAWs that you can start off with. All of them aren't like that, but a
yeah.
few of them are. Just to answer that
You know,
question.
I'm looking at the comment, and Busy Works said, he believes that the parent company gains millions of views, which equates to millions of free advertising, which is one of the things that I've been saying
Mm-hmm.
this whole time. I personally believe FL is getting paid regardless. They're getting that kind of the amount of exposure that FL gets on
Mm-hmm.
a daily basis. I mean, do you
Mm-hmm.
know how many people use FL Studio? Like, let's be honest, like it's a good portion of them. I'm pretty sure a good portion of the professional producers use FL Studio. I mean, it's so huge, and they're gonna get FL Studio somehow. FL is gonna make that money. FL will make that money. FL knows that it's necessary to exist. It needs to exist, and they're not gonna close its doors because FL is too. Because no one's gonna let FL close its doors.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit again, like I've said a million times this whole time. You can't sit here and tell me FL does not know that their stuff's getting taken. It's
Yeah,
The
because
thing
yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah. They know, but we're not talking about them getting paid. We talking about the outcome of the parenting part. When do you grow out of it? When do you respect that I'm
you
putting
will.
this in this time? I
I
need to
feel like
start buying my software. I'm making money.
I
I'm making this money. I'm in a
I feel like
position to do better. These big companies, the parenting will never stop. We're not saying that they're gonna always make money. But when does
yeah.
it come a time when, man,
yeah.
I'm making
If
money
you
in this
working,
music thing. I need to invest in it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like it'll
straight up.
happen. It'll happen the same time you realize you can make it. When you sit there and sit there and look at and think about all the things that you accomplished with your music,
Mm-hmm.
and you think and you look at all the things you have accomplished, that will be the time, at least from what I've realized in my personal experience, that'll be the time when you say, I can pay for this. And it's going to take time.
Yeah.
It has to. It has to take time. If it doesn't take time, then you didn't do it right.
Mm.
I believe you will pay for FL and you will pay for everything else, and you will grow out of that the moment you say, "Hey," and it takes
Well,
time.
I guess I'm doing it because I'm paying it, bro. I got my
Yeah, but
setup.
but but see, and see,
I'm gonna put in my mind
but
whatever I do, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
But the thing
that's
about
just
it is,
like my
there are people
job. That's
out.
just like my job. I'm not gonna clock in for 40 hours and on Fridays you pay me for 20.
And I'm not saying I agree, but what I'm saying is you have to understand not everybody's like that.
I
There are
wouldn't
people
like it.
out.
We all young. You young. You younger than me. So I understand the young part of the thing. We just talking
I'm
about
not,
the ethics of you getting in there, knowing where you want to go and where you want to be, and give some into what you're doing, not get taken. And still, you got to give in. Whatever you're doing, you got to give into it. You got to give. If you want to work hard in this
Yeah.
music,
You got to pay into it.
you got to give a little to get a little.
Yeah.
Give a lot to get a lot.
Yeah.
but
You gotta
you
pay
have,
your
but then
dues, nigga.
again, you guys are
Yeah,
still
pay
thinking
your
about it
dues.
as I understand it, but I still think you guys are thinking about it as a this is how it should go. Not everybody has that same moral code.
True. True. True.
True.
That's what it is. Let's just keep it. Let's just speak straight facts.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the same moral code, and y'all are going off of, oh well, this is how it should be done. This is how we try to make this money. We talk about this. We're not. But to
Well,
be honest with you, the bulk of people who take FL Studio are people that really can,
yeah,
that
I mean,
really right now that don't
a
have the
lot of the
feeling for
people,
it.
a lot of the people, they just, I mean, it may be some established producers that may be using the pirated software, but once you reach a certain level,
Right.
and they know that you're using their software, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna give it to you anyway for free.
Yeah,
So
there
it's
is.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
cause
They want you to
they
keep
want
kind
to
of
see,
advertising. Yeah,
because they want to show,
you have a platform
other
to
hey, we got
influence. Yeah.
Zaytoven using Fruity Loops, so we got Zaytoven using
Mm-hmm.
this, or so they want to
But
advertise that.
again, and now this is something that I think a lot of you guys need to also take into consideration. People like Zaytoven, uh, Metro, Polo Boy, a bunch of other people. If you notice, a lot of the producers are out there like that advertising their setup. Straight up. Go look it up. Go just to type in there. What is their
Yeah,
setup?
a lot of people, yeah, they say they strictly use FL, like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
808
But
Yeah.
they don't
they,
say they setup. That's not always the case. Zaytoven has used Machine
Yeah.
once. I've seen Zaytoven use Machine once. Seen him use Ableton a couple times. Seen him use
yeah,
FL.
but he get a check, so it's like,
Yeah.
Exactly. But who? But when you
if
think about it,
if the company reached out to Pharaoh, they say, hey man, if we'll pay you $500 if you
but
do a
if you
video
think about
using
it,
Fruity Loops,
when
or
where does
use
the
those
expertise come from though? You got all these people. Yeah, that's great that you could use Ableton. That's great that you could use Machine. Where does
But 9
the
times out of
loyalty?
10, Zaytoven NPC. Zaytoven use the NPC 9
Yeah,
times
he
out
was
of
straight
10.
Exactly.
NPC.
But what I'm saying is,
That's
but
his
what I'm
company.
saying is,
He
what I'm
fuck
saying
with the
is,
account products.
but what I'm saying is,
That's
what I'm saying is that where do you sit there and think to yourself, I want to see someone who strictly uses that because they'll know all the ins and outs.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave Zaytoven alone because you're right. He uses NPCs majority of the time. Will
Yeah, he's
people
straight.
use like people like Metro? Metro is proficient at FL Studio. Metro can
Yeah.
tell you
yeah.
where
Yeah.
they find FL. Metro can tell you where to find it, how to find it, and when to find it. People like Murder Beats. Murder Beats has used Ableton before. Murder Beats has used FL before. Murder Beats has used Logic before. You don't be you're not you can it's impossible to become proficient at all of them. It really is.
True.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much
True.
information. Way too much
Yeah,
information.
it is impossible, but like London know the track, he used to use FL, but now he switched over to Ableton. So it's
But do you
like
know that's a
Yeah.
major learning curve?
But you know
That
what?
is a major
Then
learning
I
curve.
see. Then I
but
see.
you but with that, you gotta always be willing to grow in this
Yeah.
industry. You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
restrict
Because
yourself to
I've
say,
even
well,
seen.
I'm only gonna work with this.
There's
So
definitely
it's like
truth to that because I've actually seen
you
where
gotta dibble
DJ Av he was FL Gang all day long, and now here he is. He's using Ableton. I mean, I've seen Mr. Different
Craft
FL
Master.
Gang.
He was
You know what I'm
he was
saying?
Craft Master Studio One. Now he Ableton and push.
Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
But what
there's
I'm saying,
definitely
but what
truth
I'm
in that.
saying is, when people, when you think with, okay, and I hate to bring this back up again. My generation, we are all about the click.
Yeah. True.
FL
Yeah.
game.
I feel you.
It's FL game.
Yeah. I feel you.
It's
You true.
it's
You do
Ableton.
that.
It's the Ableton team. You know,
Yeah.
you got a battle going on who uses what, and not disagreeing with none of y'all are saying. But I know to speak from my generation, we like the person that uses what we use.
Yeah.
Facts. You team Ableton, you FL game, you team Logic Pro.
Machine
That's
Gang
it.
Gang.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
hey man,
see what I'm saying.
don't
But
leave
what I'm
your
saying
Turn
is,
the
out.
but
machine
what I'm
out.
saying is, but what I'm saying is, y'all are speaking again. Y'all are still speaking about it because it's like in the sense of you have to be flexible and how it's supposed to go. Folks my
But
age don't care,
I
and
started
but
off
there's
on
still people that's
FL
buying it. Exactly. What I'm
for,
saying
Yeah,
is, but what
I
I'm
for a
saying
started
is,
with
long
FL.
time.
but
For a
what I'm
long
I
saying
had
is,
the
time.
free
we
demo.
don't.
I
I
couldn't
never.
save. I couldn't save.
But
I
Man,
just
I'm
had to
not.
leave my computer on.
I jumped off the porch with Reasons and Pro Tools. That was my first things I messed with when it came to DAWs.
And I'm not
And them
saying
things
y'all
are
wrong. Again,
intimidating. Both of them are intimidating as
we
hell.
we speaking.
Your
Y'all still
reason
speaking
hard.
on how it's going. we got to think about the masses.
Yeah.
The masses, the people who are producing in my age group right now, majority of them use FL. Why? Because it's
Yeah,
easy to use, it's easy to learn.
it's easy to jump in, it's
Easy.
easy to get a hold of it,
How to?
and
Yeah.
it's
And
easy.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why. Metro uses it, Murder uses it, not Zaytoven, Sonny uses it, uh, uh, Play Picasso uses it. People who are really out here using it. The argument is no longer. This argument is no longer about what you should do. It's what's being done. People are pirating FL because everybody's got it. Everybody's done it. Prime example: one of the biggest EDM producers slash DJs is DJ Carnage. DJ Carnage pirated FL and still uses the same pirated version to this day. Man has had multiple tracks on the Beatport Top 100. He's also toured the country as we speak. Diplo, one of the biggest producers in the world. The man has produced for Beyonce, uh, Rich the Kid, Playboy Cardi. He's produced for just about anybody you could think of. He produced island music, pirated what he's been used, pirated FL, been still using pirated FL to this day.
Mm-hmm.
We're speaking on what can be, what should be done. What is being done is people are picking a side, and they will do anything to be part of that side. The pirating FL is big because people on the internet are showing the cool things you could do with it.
True. But you can do the same thing in Logic
Doesn't matter.
or any other
Doesn't matter.
DAW.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you could do. It's the simple fact of the matter is who's using it.
They got an influence. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go on YouTube, you'll see a good maybe 300-400 videos on a Logic.
Off top.
Type in FL, you could
You
tens of thousands.
Triple, yeah, triple that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not people pirate FL because that is what you could, because it's easy to find,
Yeah.
and because everybody who's big is using it.
And they got major influence on top of that. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with what you should be doing. I should be proficient in Ableton because I have Ableton. I'm not. I can put something together, but I'm not really good at it. But you tell me to make a beat in 10 minutes with FL Studio, oh, it's done.
But you know what? There is a growing
talking-
trend though, because a lot of people is hopping over from FL going straight to Ableton now. And I
And
see the
that
chat.
may be the
I see in
case.
the chat now where they saying somebody saying they see Metro using.
Yeah, somebody.
And he
Ableton
might,
right
he
there.
might.
now.
And then people are gonna click up with Ableton because Metro's using Ableton. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying pirated stuff. The reason why people pirate things is because they want to be with their favorites. They want to do their favorite thing with their favorite person, and they will do anything to do it. Metro hops over to Ableton, everybody's on Ableton. Metro hops over to Logic, everybody wants Logic.
They have a.
FL will make its money regardless, whether they get pirated or not, because FL has realized that is how their name is out there.
But hold on. Let's test that though. Is FL really making money? Because for the longest they've been with Windows, right? So why are they entertaining Mac?
Because they want to see how it goes. And honestly, I'll tell you why. Because people have been complaining that FL's not on the
It's
Mac.
not on
yet.
Mac. Yep.
That's all this is.
Yep,
I
that's
would tell
yeah,
you why
yeah.
it's gonna be on Mac.
Yeah.
People been complaining
For what
that FL ain't
reason?
been on
Years,
Mac
yep.
forever.
It sure
It has
has.
got nothing to
Yeah.
do with. I don't think it's got nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
People have been raving about FL being on Mac forever.
But they never done it though, and they still playing around
Exactly.
with betas and everything else, little teasers
Exactly.
and stuff.
And
But in
it's
fact,
all
they could have
buggy,
probably
because
been
my
and
boy-
dropped the Mac version of it.
My boy's got a beta version of FL on the Mac, and he said it's buggy as mess. To keep it 100, FL is going to make its money. FL's playing with Mac because people complain. FL's going to make money because FL is out there. Everybody knows the name FL Studio. If I tell somebody I produce on FL Studio, they're like, "Oh yeah, for sure." I mean, even now, even Ableton and Logic, The big three is Ableton, Logic, and FL. That's it. Those are the big three. Machine and MPCs, they're cool. People use them, but they're not strong. Zaytoven Zaytoven and Arab Music are the main two who run the MPC world. Now I don't know too much about Machine. I'm not big into that. But
I am.
Ableton, Metro just hopped over to Ableton.
Yeah.
That's you know what it's like? You know what it's like? It's like basketball. It's like when LeBron went back to Cleveland, everybody wanted to be a Cleveland fan.
Mm-hmm.
When LeBron went to Miami, everybody wanted to be a Miami fan. Kyrie leaving Cleveland, so everybody who like Kyrie go like wherever he go. It has got nothing to do with the money anymore. I think it's for the recognition. FL does not. FL is going to make its money somehow, some way. They're not worried. Ableton is going to make their money somehow, some way. They're not worried. The question is not how is it wrong and morally wrong that you should pirate things. It's why is it such a hassle to even get to the DAWs? Because like I said, I'm sorry, you can't sit here and tell me that FL doesn't know that they're getting pirated like 400 times a day.
Oh yeah, they know.
You can't sit here and tell me.
Yeah,
they all know that.
They
all know that.
You can't sit here and say that. But FL will still accommodate. And I'm sorry, would hate to break it to you. Ableton's gonna be next. And then Ableton's gonna be next.
Yeah.
And Ableton, if not already, Ableton's gonna be next.
Yeah, whatever's popular and popping, that's what's gonna be the target. Yeah.
Whoever is doing what they're going to get paid for, they're going to pirate it.
Mm-hmm.
Metro's on Ableton. Metro's on Ableton. Let's stop the presses. Everybody be on Ableton. Murder Beats is using Logic Pro. Let's stop. We all gonna use Logic Pro. I hear using GarageBand. I still don't know how to make music with GarageBand. People are going to do, but let there be a producer that uses GarageBand. People will get GarageBand tonight. It has got nothing to do with, I do not think it's got anything to do with their making money. I think they are marketable. The FL brand is marketable. And to be the Ableton brand will be marketable.
Yeah.
Why? Because the new face will be Metro. I'm sorry.
The future, only the future can tell that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. And like I said, I'm not saying this about everybody. I'm just saying this about the people, producers coming, they're up and coming and like starting out and really thinking about doing this. That's who's going to really do it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's more of that than straight producers like you guys. There is. Hate to break it to you. You're not seeing producers pop up like that, like you thought. Because to be honest with you, there are like 10 people that you can see for sure. Metro, Zaytoven, Murder.
But then hold on, that's another caliber of producers and production too, though, because you have a slew full of internet producers out here that's making a hellified buzz too. That's gaining the traction on their production.
What I'm saying is they're not getting huge. Because I'm gonna tell you the internet producers: Polo, Ronnie J.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean? We just had one in the chat. He's an internet producer.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that have made it through that have been through internet production and that are now regarded as some of the best, that are really out here making crazy money.
I mean, to me, my perspective is whoever has a huge following and also an influence on the music production community. I mean,
what I'm saying is on the radio, you're not hearing a lot of new producers. Is what I'm saying.
Well, hold on. Not that you know of, because if you think about it, some of this freshman class double XL artists come off of the backs of internet producers. A lot.
Not necessarily.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
Majority of them. Some of they breaking singles have came off the backs of an internet producer.
Internet producer.
Because they went online on the YouTube
Okay.
and went and
Okay.
download the
Name
video
one.
or the song
Okay.
somewhere and
Name
then
one.
ended up releasing it or whatever.
Hold
Name
up.
one. Name one.
Okay, well hell, we can start off with what's the one little guy? What's his name? That blew up off the video.
Playboy.
Nah,
Playboy
Oh,
Cardi.
shit.
I mean, man. Okay, well, let's do this then. Slim Jesus, he blew up off the back of an internet producer, right? It was short lived, but he did.
Yeah.
He's a different story. We'll discuss it. We'll
But I
discuss
mean,
him
but
another
that
day.
that holds some weight to it. Man,
Okay.
I can't go through and name every single situation, but
All right.
but like
I'll
I
bring it to
said,
it.
majority of those up and coming artists, man, are artists that are
I'm gonna
choosing
bring it to your attention
internet
right now.
beats.
The person who made Magnolia, Playboy Cardi, the producer was Pierre Bourne. Pierre Bourne has a nice little list of things that he's made. For instance, I'm about to go through his whole catalog. Okay? Pierre has been around for a minute.
Is he an internet producer or industry producer?
And that's the $1,000,000 question. When do you cross over?
That's using.
That's the $1,000,000 question.
Yeah. But
Because how could we say? Because technically, Metro was an internet producer. Now he's industry. Polo Boy, internet producer. Now industry.
But
when do
okay,
you cross over?
but okay. So here's the thing. Yeah, when do you cross over? Also, did they start off using pirated software? Is the main topic of the whole podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I bet you if you
Yeah.
really, I really if you look deep into it, but if you
Yeah.
look deep into it, yeah, they probably did.
You see what I'm saying? So that's
Metro even
the
said
$1,000,000
he's
question
done
right there. Where
pirated software.
did they start off with pirated software?
Pirated software.
Metro even said he started with pirate software. He said that in an interview.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard that interview,
But the thing about it is, when do you cross over? That's the $1,000,000 question. That's the $1,000,000 question.
I don't know.
When do you cross over?
That
Because
is.
honestly,
Hold
a
on.
lot of-
We're gonna leave that topic. We're gonna leave that topic for next week. We're gonna
Next
leave that
week.
topic for next week because that's a good damn topic right there, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this topic. We're gonna wrap this whole podcast up, man. And like I said, I appreciate everyone in the chat, man, for commenting and being a part of it, sharing the content as well.
Oh yeah.
Being a part of this trend setting topic right here because obviously there's a lot more to be discussed about that, about industry producers and when did they cross over from internet producers to industry producers, and are they starting their careers off of pirated software? So who knows what next week topic will be about, but it's gonna be around this same field right here, man. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for joining the chat and hanging in there with us, man, and being involved in this conversation. But this the team, Trap Monster, trapmonster.com. We're gonna do this every week, man. Every Friday. We're gonna shoot for probably like 8 o'clock every Friday evening. And till next time, we out. Peace.
We out. Peace.
See ya.